Are you bored and looking for a sense of adventure? Are you depressed? Do you feel like your life is missing something? Are you tired of the same old job, 9 to 5 every day? If so, stay tuned to this video. I've got some awesome news to share with you on how you can change your life. Hey everyone, it's Chris, Patriot Picker here. Welcome back. We have had quite a few sales over the past few days, and so I want to jump in and share with you what those are, and then we're going to jump into some other content here shortly. So first off, we have sold a ghost cube. It's similar to the old Rubik's Cube, but a different kind of puzzle strategy. That sold for $22.95 plus shipping. I think we picked that up in our local thrift store for about $2, and that's going out to Ian. So Ian, thank you so much for supporting us, and I hope you enjoy the puzzle. Next up is another actual jigsaw puzzle. We still are doing very well in the line of board games and puzzles, and so this one was called Felines in the Garden. Most of our puzzles we pick up are either $99 to $1.99 a piece. This one sold for $9.99 plus shipping, and this is going out to Bree. So Bree, thank you so much for your support. We hope you enjoy the puzzle. Next up, we have a Mickey Mouse cake pan. It was a vintage cake pan, I believe, back from the late 90s. We picked this up, I believe, in a yard sale back last summer. It had been on the listed for quite a while, but you know, watchers here and there, and every now and then someone would email me to take a lower offer. Finally ended up taking $24.99 for this cake pan plus shipping. This is going out to Jill. So Jill, thank you so much for your support, and we hope you enjoy Mickey Mouse. Next up is a Paula Deen salt box. This is a very rare looking item. When I was thrifting and sourcing the other day, I didn't know what it was. It had a sort of like a spin top on the top, and it opened up like this, but was still connected. It wasn't a removable top like this, and I just found it very fascinating, and it was made of a real pretty wood finish with Paula Deen on the bottom, so you can never go wrong with Paula Deen items. I think I picked that up for $1.99 as well, and that sold for $26.99 plus shipping. That's going out to Leslie. Leslie, thank you so much for your support, and we hope you enjoy that salt box or whatever you decide to put in it. Next up, we sold some Nitro golf balls. Picked these up in Goodwill. I think I paid $1.99 for them. It was a 12-pack, but only 10 balls in the box, and they were still new. So I listed those for $10.99, and a buyer picked those up plus shipping, and those are going out to Mike. So Mike, hope you enjoy those balls, and I hope you hit straight, sir. Valentine's scrub top. We've been having a great ton of success with scrub top, medical scrub tops for women. I try to pick them up every time I go in any of the Goodwills. I always look through the scrub racks. I'm always looking for Disney themes, or I'm always looking for holiday themes, or just special prints in general, all sizes. And so we sold a Valentine's scrub top for $12.99 plus shipping. That's going out to Valerie. So Valerie, thank you so much for your support, and happy Valentine's Day before it gets here. Hope you enjoy wearing that scrub top. Also, we sold a Sony Walkman radio. This is one of the old school, just simple box shape with on and off switch, AM, FM radio. Nothing real special about it other than it was vintage. It had, I guess we're talking, you know, early 90s, maybe in the late 80s when these came out. Still in working condition. Everything was on it working really good. That one sold for $12.99. Goes out to Dusty. So Dusty, thank you so much for your support, and we hope you enjoy the radio. As I mentioned earlier, we have, you can see behind me, the board games are still selling. They're selling long tail, but they are selling, and we're looking forward to those kind of dropping off little by little. We'll pick up a board game. Right now we're only going to pick them up if they're brand new. I tend to stay away from them. I have found some really good board games, vintage board games, of late, but when I go to check them out and everything, all the items are not included, and so I tend to stay clear of those unless it's in immaculate condition. But anyway, we were able to sell a vintage Carmen Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego game. That sold for $12.99 plus shipping. That went out to Elizabeth. So Elizabeth, thank you so much for your support, and we look forward to maybe doing business with you again. We've got plenty of board games, so if you're a board game person, Elizabeth, please continue to check us out. Our store is Fred and Charlie, so please save that store for your future purposes of board games. Next up was a Liberty University bobblehead of Sparky. That's their mascot. I live in Lynchburg, Virginia. This is where Liberty University resides, and so we are constantly being able to find Liberty merchandise, and it does real well for us on our store. So that went out to Rodney, and it sold for $14.95 plus shipping. Rodney, I hope you really enjoy that bobblehead. Next up is we sold 2 PSP games. I pick up PSP, Xbox, PlayStation. I try to pick these games up if they're, again, in really, really good condition. Anyway, we picked up one PSP game, was a Medal of Honor, and that sold for $9.99 plus shipping. That went out to Mike. So Mike, thank you so much for your support. Hope you enjoy that game. And also an X-Men version of PSP. That also sold for $9.99, and that's going out to Jason. So Jason, thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the game. Next up was a Rawlings girls softball helmet. I want to pause right here for a second, and I want to talk to Maggie. Maggie, you got a really, really good deal on this helmet, and I'll tell you why. I went in and had originally priced this helmet at a higher price than what it sold for, and it had been on it'd been listed for a while, so got a couple of watchers on it and made some offers, and basically those offers got rejected. The helmet was still online for sale. Then I went in and I made the mistake. I dropped the price down just a little bit, but I made a mistake, and I dropped it to $10.99, and I didn't realize what I had done by putting a wrong digit in. But that's my bad. And that's the benefit to Maggie. And I'm not upset about it at all, Maggie. I'm glad you have the helmet now, because I'm sure it's going to serve its purpose with you, and hope you get a lot of good use out of that. And again, thank you, Maggie, for your support, though, and come back and see us soon. Also went out is a Minnesota NHL plush bear. Interesting story here, Matt. This is going out to Matt. So Matt, interesting story, sir. I go and I source. And so when we source, we're looking for items that we can come back and flip on eBay. And I happen to be in a Goodwill in Richmond, Virginia, and was coming out of the store, and I got in my car and I drove around the back of the store to kind of make the easiest way to exit. And when I did, I passed this big, huge dumpster, and it was just overfill of like stuff out of the Goodwill. I mean, I could tell by looking at the top of the overfill that this stuff was like, had just come right out of the store. And for whatever reason, they had thrown it in this dumpster. And I was like, hey, I'm going dumpster diving. If this is going in the garbage, I'm going to see what they got in here. And I swear, y'all think I'm crazy, but I got up in that dumpster, Matt, and there was brand new stuff. And one thing that I looked down and saw was this bear. And I picked it up, and it was it's the same condition you get it in, Matt, is the condition I found it in. And it had the tag on it and everything. And I was like, what in the world? I've never heard of Goodwill like trashing items, like throwing stuff away. I thought like they just donated it. If it didn't sell in one store, they donated it to another store or they donated it to some other place. But to throw this stuff out, I was like, wow. So Matt, thank you so much for purchasing the plush bear, and we really hope you enjoy it. Last up is a brand new Yahtzee game, and as I said earlier, if it's sealed in the package, I'm going to pick it up. It went out for $12, and that's going out to Jerry. So Jerry, thank you so much for your support, and we hope that you get Yahtzee, sir. So that's a little bit about what has sold for us lately. We're going to be listing some new items here pretty soon, and we're also going to be diving in this weekend. As many of you have been watching my channel know, we're going to be diving into the consignment clothing that Kevin Brown, who is known as the Commonwealth Picker, was gracious enough to kind of come in and work a deal with us. And we're going to be going through the clothing this weekend and then getting and prepping ready for listing the items on the store. And we're really excited about how all that's going to transpire and what kind of experience we're going to get out of learning more about the clothing industry. So another exciting thing that I want to add and give a huge, huge shout out are to all my new subscribers. Prior to the Commonwealth Pickers interview video and the day that he came to visit, I was running around 75, 78, I think it was, subscribers at the time. I am officially sitting at 192 as of today. I can't thank you guys enough and thank Kevin enough from Commonwealth Picker. By his generosity and willingness to share in this consignment and come by and visit and be willing to sit and do the little informal interview, all of that was a huge, huge factor in my subscribers being able to come over from Kevin's channel and they have now learned about me. And I can't say enough. I can't say enough. My heart goes out to you, Kevin. Thank you so much for trusting me, for befriending me, and for mentoring me. Very smart man, guys. Very smart man. Very intelligent when it comes to resale. And of course he should be. He's been doing it for over 20 years. And so just want to make sure that everyone knows how much indebted I am to Commonwealth Picker and for his help. And you guys who are making my subscriber list go up, and hopefully it will continue. Because my goal, as I have said from the beginning, and if you have never watched my beginning video, go back and watch it. My goal is to be full-time one day. And right now, we're just doing this part-time, but we are taking baby steps and we're getting there closer and closer each day. So thank you again for that. So there are a lot of videos out there and there are a lot of resellers out there who are in this business of e-commerce. I don't know about you, but I watch a lot of video content on these particular people, and I find them on Instagram, I find them on YouTube. Sometimes I just Google and find them that way. But one of the things that I think can sometimes be left out when it comes to taking this reselling to YouTube, I think the enthusiasm is missing in a lot of people. And let me explain what I mean by that. I'm not being judgmental in any way. I know people have different personality types. But one of the things that I feel like is sometimes comes across in our videos is that we're just providing you information, but we're not ever really talking about how fun this is. And I cannot stress enough, this is coming from my heart. This is the most adventurous thing I've ever done in my life. And it is so much fun. I have said this before. I never knew this existed until about a year ago. I mean, mentally, I knew it existed. I knew people did this, but I did not know how much fun this could really be. So I started this video and I said, are you depressed? Are you kind of looking for some change in your life? Is there something that's missing that you feel like, that sense of adventure is not in your life right now? I want to challenge you to get involved in e-commerce and reselling on eBay. It is so much fun, guys. You can be your own boss. There's so much freedom in being your own boss. You get to come and go as you please. You don't feel that you're locked into any kind of a time frame. Now, I will admit that I am not a father. I am a husband, and I have responsibilities outside of what I do with YouTube and eBay. But I don't have children, and I do have a lot more time that I can use toward this. So don't get me wrong. I understand that other people's lives are different and you have other responsibilities, and time is a factor for all of us. But what I want to stress is how much fun reselling is when you go out sourcing and you get to almost feel like you're looking for treasure in using a map to find treasure, and then you get in the stores and you never know what you're going to find. You never know how something can go from 99 cents and sell for like 24, 25 bucks on eBay. I mean, to me, that is exciting. So I just wanted to say, if you're looking for something different in your life, don't let the fears of starting in resale cause you to say no to it. Don't think that you have to get on YouTube when you do this. There are plenty of people out there doing this, guys, that are full-time even, that don't do YouTube. YouTube is just another format to advertise, another format to use to get the word out, and it's just a choice. I enjoy it, and so I'm going to keep on doing it regardless of how many subscribers I get. I'm not looking to make money from YouTube. If that happens, then praise the Lord. That's how I see it. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the fun. I'm in it for being my own boss. I'm in it for providing for my family as an extra income. It is just that simple. If you're looking for something and it's something you feel like there's a void, take a look at getting involved in reselling, and you're gonna realize the more you put into things, the more you get out. And so it's work. Okay, I'm not gonna deny that it is work, but it's fun work. And so I just want to encourage you, if you're watching these videos and you're thinking about getting involved, do it. Just do it. Hey guys, I also want to give a shout out and recommendation that you go over and subscribe to her channel. This would be ThriftnMama. Her name is Amanda, and she's a stay-at-home mom, and she's really great at talking about clothing and shoes. So she can be, you'll find her on YouTube at the word thrift, in Mama, and then on Instagram under the same name, ThriftnMama. So Amanda, keep going, girl. We hope that you continue on and keep pushing hard. And thank you for all the tips that you're providing to me and others on clothing and shoes. A lot of us new guys that are into it, we're watching other people like you to learn more. So I encourage all of you that are following me to go over her channel and support her as well. Thank you so much.